Hello. Today I would like to share some good news, which is a great occasion. We're talking about new initiative from Canadian immigration regarding post-arrival services, not pre-arrival, which people used to hear, and especially immigrants in process receive multiple letters dedicated to pre-arrival services. This one is very useful. As a matter of fact, we were expecting something like this for quite some time because sporadically we had some services for newcomers, but now it's streamlined, and I would like to share this news with you. Post-arrival services letters were shared this week, basically, and they include notification for people who are in process or recently arrived, which is very significant. It's not only for candidates or applicants in the process, but for newcomers also. So, how they dedicate, or at least how they describe those services. So, first of all, they really applied smart thing here. Search, local search. So basically, if you are Canadian, newcomer, or about to arrive and you know the community where you're going to settle, that's very useful tool, extremely useful tool. So pay attention. So who is covered by this post-arrival services? All permanent residents, including resettled refugees, which means if you qualify as a new Canadian, then you can address your issues through these services. So, people who are already approved to become permanent resident and who have been informed by a letter from Immigration and Refugee and Citizenship Canada. Who are those people? Let's say you receive pre-approval, you send your documents for stamping, you already qualify to review and receive those services before you land in Canada, actually. Protected people in Canada, who we're talking about, refugees, asylum seekers, temporary residents, and their dependents in certain employment programs, which is critical. For example, Atlantic Canada or Rural Canada programs, because those are dedicated to be part of immigration pathway. So this is very interesting. And of course, they cover people under certain special pathways. Like in one of my recent videos, I mentioned Francophones. Those are covered as well, especially if they settle outside Quebec. Speaking of Quebec, pay attention. Quebec is a separate province in Canada, and they have own immigration program, own settlement services. So if you targeting Quebec in your immigration, pay attention. You have to address it through French website, Francophone website for Quebec, province of Quebec, and definitely you cannot benefit from other services if you're targeting Quebec. So what's interesting here in this announcement? What I see here, dedication of certain areas of services. For example, general category fall under getting settlement plan, general settlement, preparing for citizenship test, which is great for new immigrants, and connecting with local community. So if you, for example, a believer of certain faith and you're looking for local church, mosque, temple, you can find it now because people dedicated and supported by the government will help you to locate areas and certain places of worship. I'm just giving you the overall description of this. So services available online, in person. Working in Canada, certain services will be dedicated to help you to find a job or to get a license if you're self-employed in certain occupations that require license. A language test. For example, you can have preparation for language test for citizenship or local trainings in language, which is great, actually. I like that. And services designed for specific groups. We're talking about children up to 14 years old. Great. And we're talking about youth. We're talking about women, senior, French speakers, refugees, so forth. So I think it's a great tool. Use it if you qualify and explore it if you're not, just to see what you face and how Canada support. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them below in our comment section. We appreciate that, and we address these and other topics based on your interest. Share, like, and stay safe by staying informed.